What's up, guys? Today I'm going to talk about young players in the NBA to watch out for next year. So, let's get right into it. As you can see, my first guy on this list is Kellen Johnson. And while I've done a video completely about him, I want to summarize why he's a good prospect in my opinion. Kellen Johnson was an unknown to most people just a year ago. But the people who did know him knew him just because of the NBA bubble performance. He had 20-point games, he was doing great. And then he earned himself a starting spot this season on the Spurs roster, which is pretty hard to do. And it was a big surprise for me. But what was even more surprising for me is how he averaged good amount of points, good stats with good play. Many people think DeMar DeRozan is leaving. Who's going to step up? I think Kellen Johnson could be one of those guys who steps up if DeMar DeRozan leaves. I don't know if the rumors are true, but this would leave an opening for Kellen Johnson. Guys like Kellen Johnson, DeJounte Murray, those type of guys to step up. And of course, they have a draft pick this year. They might not even. They'll probably play him right away, not send him in the G League. Keldon has that. He has the athleticism. He has a decent jumper, and he can finish around the rim. He has high potential. And if you want to know more about him, check out my video. But yeah, on a team that's known for developing players in the Spurs, I would go for Kellen Johnson. Watch out. Overall, Kellen Johnson is one of my most exciting players in the league. Maybe not as big of a name as Zion or LaMelo Ball, but still a quality player. My second guy on this list, who you should watch out for, as you can see, is Tyrese Maxiell. Now, Tyrese Maxiell will have to get more minutes, and this means Simmons getting traded. Now, it's not a guarantee that Simmons is traded. A lot of teams are looking for him, but I think Philly is on the edge about trading him. I don't think they like him as a prospect. They said he doesn't put the work in, so we'll see how that goes. But letting Tyrese Maxiell play minutes, letting him show his ability. He had a career-high game early in the season. It's a promising sign. His scoring potential, his defensive potential. I watched those playoffs games, and Tyrese Maxiell was playing awesome defense, let me just say. You might think about all those reports, Philly wants to keep Simmons. I don't think that's real. I think they're going to trade him if they get a good enough offer. And I think a team might give a good enough offer. Maxiell's game is amazing. I like his speed. This really helps his ceiling in the league. A lot of guys with speed, like Fox and other guys, really good players. And he has a long wingspan, so he's really good at defense. He has good lateral quickness on defense. And if the Sixers end up trading Ben Simmons, I don't think he would stop him from getting enough minutes, because Tyrese Maxiell would be getting a lot of minutes if Ben Simmons was traded, unless they trade for someone like Damian Lillard. But I don't think that's realistic. I think if they're trading for not as good of a player. Like Damian Lillard's really, really good. I would not take Ben Simmons or Tyrese Maxiell combined and some picks. No, I wouldn't do that. But they might have to. He doesn't have much leverage, but does leverage matter in today's NBA? I don't know. As far as Maxiell's skills, he needs to develop his ball handling skills as a secondary ball handler, or maybe even primary ball handler if Simmons gets traded. And he might steal some of Shake Milton's minutes, or those guys. And a prospect similar to him I just want to talk about real quick now, Kyrlis Jr. Similar draft prospects. Lonzo Ball is probably out in New Orleans, so he'll probably be the starting ball handler next season. Or, yeah, probably a starting ball handler next season. And He's also a similar guy to Tyrese Maxiell in his use of his speed. So yeah, just watch out for him too. A little segment in there. But yeah, back about Maxey. His play this season really impressed me. And dropping 39 points in a game this season, I think he has shown us what he can be and what he will be. Yeah, the Celtic guard himself, the third guy on my list, out of Oregon. Welcome, Payton Pritchard. With the trade of Kemba Walker to the Thunder, which was a good trade in my opinion, they're looking to fill a ball handler or secondary ball handler spot. You might say Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum can bring it up the floor. Jason Tatum's a god. But I don't think he's going to be their primary ball handler. Payton Pritchard bringing up the floor is very probable next season. He'll be running plays, considering how well he played this season. And I think he could be that answer for them for point guard for the future. He's going to play a bigger role next season. That's a given. And overall, his stats will be better. But as far as improvement as a player, I think he'll improve his shot over the season. I think he'll get smarter. He's just a rookie. He'll learn the play system since the Celtics just got a new coach. But overall, Payton Pritchard got to watch. And he's pretty old, so that might be a counter argument for him not doing well next season. But my counter is like he's still young, which doesn't make sense if I just said he's old. But he's old for a second-year player, and he's still young. He's like 23 or something. But he still has time to develop. He played great this season, and with his chance of improving, he can play better. Overall, there isn't much to say here, except that he's a good young player that's given more opportunity and more responsibility, as he only had 4 starts this season, and Kemba is going to be out. Kemba's going to be out. Okay, so the fourth and last guy on my list, Cole Anthony, of the Orlando Magic. This season, he played really well, in my opinion. Only 11 points, around 11 points, but he was a starter for most of the season because Markelle was injured, and he showed us great scoring potential. Markelle's injury really affected his season. At the start, they didn't really play well together, but once Markelle got injured, he got a lot of those point guard minutes, and that really helped him score this season, although his efficiency wasn't amazing. So for Cole Anthony's potential improvement, Markelle is coming back from ACL tear, so that might make him get less minutes towards the end of the season or towards the start of the season. But ACL tears are really hard to get by, so I think Cole Anthony is favored by the organization over Markelle Fultz. And along with Jonathan Isaac. Jonathan Isaac's come back. And I'm really hoping the best for Jonathan Isaac, but he's coming off an ACL tear, and they're probably drafting a small forward or power forward. So that's not really helping him. So he either has to beat out one of the centers, or both the centers, Mo Bamba and those guys, but it's going to be tough for Jonathan Isaac. And then they have 2 high picks, so of course the first one they're going to go forward. But the second one, where they go with that? Probably not forward, probably guard. So that's going to be more competition for Cole Anthony's minutes. So that's what's going to bring him down next season, if anything will. But Anthony probably won't be rushed to be the star. He did, at least that's what the team wanted him to be. He wanted to be eased into the system. But now that there isn't a clear number one next year, like who's the Magic's number one next year? I think Cole Anthony, second-year player, could step up. And the future role for Cole Anthony, he could be a star. If he steps up as the number one option for this team, he has to keep that. He would be the scorer for the team. If he is the number one option, he could be an all-star by year 3, by year 4. Because it just purely off how much scoring he's doing. I guess a lot of people are doing scoring in the league, but Cole Anthony could be the scorer for this team. Fans love him. He has confidence to be a scorer. But he still needs to work on his shooting. And he has potential on shooting. He only shot like 25% from 3 this year. Not amazing, not even good. But there's a lot of potential there, even with a slow release. And he has a short wingspan that does limit him on defense. It's only 6'4". But I don't think that's too much of a problem if he's scoring the ball for them. Yes, it is a weakness, but they can mask it in their system. The magic, that is. Overall, these guys, in my humble opinion, are going to have good seasons next year and shows the hard work they put in. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Like and sub if you want. See you next time.